Hey, welcome back to my channel. Before we even jump into it, y'all, I gotta be honest. I lost the video of me doing the unboxing for this company, but I do have this picture here. And as you can see, I was sent over a 12-inch 4x4 lace closure with 14, 16, and 18-inch bundles. Also came with a new color stocking cap. So I decided to go ahead and bleach the knots on this closure. Now this is my first time bleaching knots. Well, not really, but then again it really is. So of course you're gonna need the bleach. I chose to use 30 volume developer because I didn't want this to bleach too fast for me. I wanted to make sure that I was doing this thing correctly. And of course, me being me, I always got to go the cheap way. So I went ahead and did not use the shimmer light. I used the off-brand version and it still worked the same. Y'all probably like, girl, why is you adding more powder? It's the right consistency. Well, I decided I also have a 13x4 lace closure, lace frontal wig that I have to also bleach. So I'm just going to eventually end up dumping the whole pack of the BW in here and just mix it up so I can bleach both of them at the same time, so I'm not wasting powder and have to keep mixing and mixing. I just decided to go ahead and do both at the same time. So you want to get some type of holding spray, any kind of spray will work, and you want to spray the hairline and brush the hairline back so you're not going to get any bleach on the baby hairs or anything. You don't want the bleach to actually get on the hair. You only want it to stay on the knots. So now I'm gonna begin putting the bleach on the knots. As y'all can see, I'm having a hard time trying to spread it on there, and that's because I wasn't using enough pressure. I was trying to be as careful as possible and not let it bleed through. Although I have it a good consistency, I still didn't want to push too hard and it would bleed through and get on the actual hair. So I finally figured out how much pressure I needed to apply to make sure it's smoothed out. And ever since I found out that pressure, now I'm gonna be able to go through it with no issues. Another thing to remember is always start bleaching from the back, because the front will always process faster than the back. So you want the knots to be just as much bleach as on the back end of the frontal, the closure, the same as the front. So always start from back to front. So now I'm just going to turn over the closure, and I'm going to set my timer on my phone for 15 minutes, and then I'll be back to check to see if we're good to go. And this is 15 minutes later, and as you can see, you can't really see too good here, but the knots weren't completely bleached. They were starting to get there. So I'm going to go ahead and set the timer on my phone for another 15 minutes, and we'll come back and check it in. So now 30 minutes later, as you can see, the knots are ready. We are all good to go. So now we can move on to the next step, which is now rinsing off the bleach and shampooing and conditioning the hair. Let me put a pin in this thing right here. I want to take the time out to thank Fashion Plus for sending over this 4x4 closure and these bundles. They are gorgeous and I'm so in love. So now you want to take any type of purple shampoo. I'm choosing to be cheap and go the cheap route. And you want to go ahead and shampoo the hair using this. Now you should also use the conditioner, a purple type of conditioner, but I didn't. I just went ahead and used whatever conditioner I had on hand just to go ahead and speed up the process and just keep things moving, because I did forget to pick that up also out of the beauty supply stores. Do y'all see that? I think I did such a good job. I mean, like, for real, y'all, I've bleached stuff before, but it was just me playing around. I never was really serious. I was just, just, I don't know what I really was doing at the time. But now that I'm really trying to get serious into it, I think I did such a good job. Like, those knots are bleached. I didn't get any on the hair. I did so good, y'all. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so now on to the wig making. Now I picked this up out of my beauty supply store, and y'all, this ain't the one I usually use. This one is more like a net. I mean, it made it easier for me to sew onto, but when I was sewing around the band, that gave me a harder time because, on the regular stretchy dome caps, you are able to kind of separate the dome cap from the elastic strip around in there. On this one, it was like it was just all one, and I couldn't kind of separate the net to keep me from sewing through the band to keep it from stretching easy. So I kind of struggled with that, but I mean, I got through it. Now, y'all, at the beginning of this video, did not say that this company sent me a 12-inch closure and bundles in the length 14, 16, and 18. So why am I in the middle of this wig making and I'm about to sew in this 14-inch bundle right here? It don't make sense. I don't know what I was thinking, and I did not catch it until after I had already started sewing in the 16-inch at the very top. So what I went ahead and did, I went ahead and continued to sew the 16-inch, and then I went back and corrected myself off camera, and I took the 14 and the 16 out and switched them around. Now I'm all done. And as y'all can see, that very last track that I sewed in is right on top of the closure. You want it to be right on top of the closure, so when you go to flat iron whatever you're gonna do to the hair, you'll have a seamless, it'll lay flat up against that closure. You won't have any gaps missing, no bumps, no none of that. That's for a seamless closure look. Let me be honest here, y'all. I don't know what I was thinking. One minute I wanted curls, next minute I wanted it all straight. I was back and forth with how I was going to style this. So right now you see me trying to do curls with the flat iron. I can do it, but today was a long, busy day, and I was starting to get over dealing with this wig. So I went ahead and I'm straightening it all back out right now. So I'm not trying to get it completely straight. I just want to take the wave out of it just a little bit. I went ahead off camera and did some wand curls in it, and this hair curled very nice. Now it can hold a curl, it just didn't hold the curl completely all day like I had wanted it to, but mainly that was my fault because later on in the video you'll see that I went ahead and combed out most of the curls. So of course I'm using my go-to. I'm never putting this spray down ever again. This is gonna be my go-to right here. This even spray right here. When I sit here and say this thing will have your lace laid down for 3 days if you're not like a real big sweater, or even if you just tie your hair down at night, your lace will still be stuck to your head like you glued it down. And I'm loving this right here. Now, if you watched my video before last time, you know I was talking about this new edge control. But if you didn't watch the video, I'll leave it down in the description box. But this edge control right here, y'all, for my hair type, I have never been able to find an edge control that will have my hair laid down all day. As a matter of fact, even into the next day. My edges are like laid down to the max. Y'all, I love this. My sister put me on with this one right here. But I love this edge control, y'all. I'm gonna try to link it down in the description box. I got mine from the beauty supply store, but I know Amazon got everything, so I'll try to link that down in the description box for y'all. Now, don't nobody try to come for me in the comments section talking about, girl, them baby hairs is not what it is. Let me tell you, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to learn just like everybody else. You got to start from somewhere, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna get a hang of this thing and watch. Give me a little while longer, and I'm gonna come back and you can be like, oh yeah, girl, she did that. And I'm like, I know, because practice makes perfect, and that's what I'm gonna always live by. Now y'all, I done switched the type of pro concealer I've used. I was using chestnut. Now I had to go darker because your girl just getting black, and that's what happened when it started getting hotter. I like to be outside in the sun. But anyways, right now I done switched over to using toast. This one, I don't know what I was thinking when I was trying to use chestnut, knowing that I am not that light. That's more of my other sister complexion, but me, I'm the darkest out of all my sisters, so I should have known better, knowing that I need to go with this toast. But you see, I got it. It look good now. I got it right. I did it. Thank y'all for watching. Let me ask a question. Have y'all already subscribed to your girl channel? If not, child, what is you waiting on? Because she got things coming. She trying to elevate, and why not join her? I mean, we can do this thing together. I thank you, Fashion Plus, for sending over this closure and these bundles. I love it. And as always, may God continue to bless and keep you. Mwah.